Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah, I guess.
I think we're back. Yeah.
To
the most
Tale
successful series on No Games for Old Men, the channel.
It's certainly at least twice as successful as my playthrough of Assassin's Creed China. Nice.
That is a low bar, sir.
It is.
That is a low bar.
It is. There are some single-digit views on some of those videos. Tale of Two Gamers, of course, inspired by the White Dwarf magazine series Tale of Four Gamers.
And of course, we have to mention Arbiter Ian, who
of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also subsequently inspired by Arbiter Ian, who was inspired by the White Dwarf article. It's just a vicious cycle. If you've already seen our first Kill Team series, then you know what this is about. So,
and if you haven't, then you should look at the banner up top and go watch that. Yeah.
Okay, so Curtis, you recently posted an unboxing video of the new Kill Team
Into the Dark
pack. What do you call them? Expansion?
It's a kill zone.
Are they
It's
expansions?
a kill zone expansion. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the Kill Team Into the Dark.
Into the Dark, featuring Kroot from the Tau Empire, or are these independent Kroot?
They can be played either way, but the way they're presented in the book is that they are an independent stalker team that are in their war sphere, just doing their own thing.
Okay.
But it would not be unreasonable to have them be on assignment from the Tau as well. So yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be
else?
one or the other.
Who else?
And also the Navy Armsmen, which are an old concept from back in the late 1900s, 1989 to be exact. Right. A Jess Goodwin sketch of Navy crew from back in the day.
Space Navy, not nautical Navy.
Correct, but if you look at them, they kind of look like regular water Navy too. They look like they're in diving suits.
Neat.
If you watch that video, you'll also hear me talk about the fact that I've been a fan of that design since I first saw that image back in the mid-90s, and there's always been a part of me that's been like, I can't wait for those to exist in plastic. You know, I've been a fan of the Armsmen since I saw that Jess Goodwin sketch way back in the mid-90s, and by then it was already half a decade old. And what happened? James Workshop, he showed up and he was like, here's your plastic Armsman.
James Workshop?
I am James Workshop.
That's an inside joke for the Warhammer community. Folks, for those of you who are already...
my ignorance.
Yeah. Dan has been out of the Warhammer bubble for a very long time. He's only been recently reintroduced to it. So inside jokes that all of us are
grace,
used
please.
to.
A little leniency, if you will.
# Matt Ward. So the Navy Armsmen are Space Navy troopers who defend the starships of the Imperial Navy whenever they are boarded. So, not everybody can be a Space Marine. Not everybody is a Stormtrooper. Not everybody is a member of the Astra Militarum. So the Navy has their own crew.
So tell me then how this new expansion, Into the Dark, works. As I understand it, it is very close quarters combat. The intent is space hulky?
Accurate.
So then... So the Navy Armsmen makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Kroot, though. Are the Kroot a spacefaring species?
Absolutely.
They are.
Before they were indoctrinated into the greater good, they would travel space in giant war spheres, which operated like a tribe city as well as a base of operations.
Wow, that's neat because when I bought the original, I keep talking about it. The original 2001 original. I'm gonna say original more. Inaugural Tau box set. The Kroot were presented as a feral species with low technology weaponry, which made me think that they were a race that had been subjugated by the Tau and used for their own mercenary purposes, but that they did not have spacefaring technology themselves. But you're saying that pre their relationship with the Tau, they did have, what did you call them? Space spheres?
Yeah, war spheres.
War spheres.
Yeah, and they are giant, big sphere spaceships.
They're big Death Stars.
Yeah, more like Borg
Smaller?
spheres. If we want to get into opposite fandoms, but like with lots of the picture, John Blanche, and I'll see if I can find it so we can post it
That
because
would
I
be
haven't
good.
seen it in a long time. It would be good. It has a lot of like aerials and antennas hanging off it, so it looks like a spiked baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, with
Fun.
like little spindly things on it. But a couple versions of that have existed at one point or another. I haven't looked up that image in a while though. So, edit to Curtis looking up that image. But yeah, they
cut to a shot of you going type. Actually, we might just use that.
the Kroot and the Tau were both in competition at the time from Games Workshop to see which would be the new faction that was released. And the Tau won, but the Kroot were so popular in the studio, they were like, well, we'll put them in there too. We'll pop them in there as well.
Nice. Okay.
And so
it was a 51-49 split in terms of voting within the organization, and they said, okay, well, we gotta give a silver medal in some way. So they
we'll call that hashtag facts.
We'll call them a troop squad.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they're very alien. They're very alien, but they're still spacefaring. I mean, honestly, if the orcs can be spacefaring, then anything that can talk and pick up a knife is probably fair to be spacefaring as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The orcs. They're the shootiest. The shootiest gets. Okay, so here's my question then. With this expansion being geared, it sounds like toward close quarters combat. Yeah? Because you're talking space hulks, which is a derelict vessel of some kind, right? So the thought is these two opposing factions land on the space hulk and do battle within it for control. So are other factions like your Dread guys, or your Gene Stealer cult, or my Orc Commandos, are they balanced to be able to function successfully within this new environment, or is Into the Dark like an offshoot, and they're going to have their own set of kill teams and rules for these different factions?
Here is the
question?
Yes, and the answer is not complicated, actually. One of the things that I love about Kill Team is the fact that Games Workshop has put just enough thought into this game that they've made it very playable and shockingly balanced. I don't count on Games Workshop for making a balanced game. I count on Games Workshop to make really cool looking toys that have enough rules to play my Green Army men. But Kill Team is actually balanced. In fact, as we're posting today, they released the Q3 data slate for 2022 for balance in Kill Team, which makes adjustments to particular like little rules, little things, little adjustments here and there. They're looking for every team to have a 45 to 55% win ratio. It needs to fall in that paradigm. Okay. So as they watch tournaments, as they see games played, as things get recorded, if the team falls between 45 and 55, that's balanced. And so they go for that with everything. Into the Dark doesn't play any different than regular Kill Team, with the exception that it eliminates vantage points and adds 2 small additional general actions.
The first thing you said, from my perspective, sounds like gold to me, because that removes your stupid Sanctus sniper and his expletive deleted all-seeing homunculus. Again, F that guy, and F you.
He was an MVP.
Roll back to that wrap-up episode of Season 1, and you'll know why I So hostile.
The Sanctus Sniper with
Yeah, with your BS homunculus that sees through everything.
thumbs up for my Sanctus or my Sanctus Sniper being an asshole.
Okay, I'm sorry. I derailed.
So the short answer is all of the kill teams that currently exist, they're going to work just fine in Into the Dark. You may make
Great,
some different
okay.
selections about who you bring on your adventure.
Sure. Yeah, I
but,
don't think I'm bringing the Sniper Boy either.
You know what? But the snipers can do very well here because you could set them up at the end of a hallway with a guard action, and guard action for those who don't know.
That's a new thing. Explain.
Guard actions are like what we would, as gamers and former GW players, like it's what we understand as Overwatch. It gives you an opportunity
Yes.
to take an attack when the other player is doing one of their actions, and it's very specific
It's a reaction.
for these kind of close quarters combat things.
Yeah.
So yes, the kill zone matters. But one of the things that people don't talk about with Kill Team at all is the fact that part of setup for the game is actually deciding what kill zone to play in. Like, we're used to just picking up a game, throwing stuff down, and going because that's how we've played 40K and other games for so long. But if we play strictly by the rules, then when you decide that you're going to play a Kill Team game, in the setup procedure, you're actually supposed to decide what kill zone are we going to be on. Are we going to be on Octarius? Are we going to be a general one that doesn't have any special rules? Are we going to be Into the Dark? Are we going to be like what are we going to do?
Okay.
So
Which then governs which units you select for your kill team. So
Correct.
You really have to build an encyclopedia of rules knowledge for each of these different expansions.
I mean, sure. If you're going to go into competitive
Of course you
play,
do. If you're going to be successful, if you're not going to be like me, and you want to be more like you, and trounce your opponent every time, wipe the board. Like,
hey,
no
I have played with
surviving
Nelson,
units.
and Nelson has done some serious damage to me in the past.
The Nelson is better than me. He's got a better rules encyclopedia in terms of kill team. That's my point, is that I don't have that experience or the knowledge base necessary to be successful. And that's something that you really do if you're going to be, it's like anything, if you're going to be successful at it, you need to study.
Yeah. I get you.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
So okay,
I don't like to put that kind of pressure on it personally. I think that I like to play narratively, but
sure.
But I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I hear you.
Okay.
I understand you.
Yes. Well done. How does this govern what you have decided to be your next kill team that you will build and paint for our next game, which is kind of up in the air, although you keep alluding to sometime in winter you might be in this neck of the woods. So
We
that's
still
kinda
have
what,
family in
kinda what
California.
We're basing on.
Yeah, and I know that we're going to be in Southern California at some point during a holiday. We just aren't sure which one yet because now my parents have moved out of state, and so we've got to figure out what our family stuff is going to be.
Okay.
But and then of course there's also the tantalizing possibility that with the resurgence of television's Curtis Anderson being a thing, I might actually have to come down to Burbank anytime, literally between today and the next time we're planning to see family. So
okay, all right.
Yeah. So that might be just a surprise, like pickup, like look what we did while we were building other things.
Yeah.
But to answer your question,
I'm gonna be making my oatmeal in the morning, and my door's gonna go pap 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 pap. I'm here. Let's go down to Geekities and play again. Okay. So anyway, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
no, that's all right. To answer your question specifically about how to pick the next kill team,
Yeah.
I was looking for something quick, and I was looking for something that was already built and primed. And so I thought what I was going to do was just a Nurgle Death Guard kill team. But it was a little bit of a cheat because most of the team was already built, so I was going to just have to do a couple Poxwalkers to fill it out. So it was going to make it really easy just in case I had to pick up and leave fast.
But it kind
to
of
come down.
Narratively, since you like to play for a narrative, like you keep
I like the
saying,
narrative. Yeah.
so narratively that works if you're doing an Into the Dark, because let's say, oh, there's a Space Hulk. Of course it's going to be infected by Geller Pox.
Oh,
Dudes,
we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Because the Death Guard's different. Death Guard is Plague Marines.
I know, but you were
And Poxwalkers.
I thought you were talking about Geller.
Well, that's where I landed on. I landed on Geller Pox infected.
Okay.
Because the 2022 annual came out.
Ooh,
and in it...
I don't have that. Why don't I have that? What's in that?
It's White
Buy me
Dwarf
that.
material. So it's different like kill teams and stuff that have been presented in White Dwarf all in one way. So my Wormblade kill team are in here. But they also introduced the Rogue Trader from the previous version of Kill Team.
I like his hat. Okay, is that a plume?
It is a plume.
Does he have a giant feather plume?
First of all, it's a she, and she
I
does
see
indeed.
I see the breastplates. Okay.
Yes.
I
So
like
so this
that.
has got all of
Cool.
the and it's got the Gellerpox infected in it. And I just happen to have a whole bunch of Gellerpox infected. Cue the image of the whole team together. That so I've got them. I've got them all prepped and ready to go. And the rules for them are really neat. And like you were saying, it does make sense to have Gellerpox infected on a Space Hulk, because their whole thing is that it is a virus that contaminates the Geller field generator on ships. Geller field is what protects Imperial starships from warp entities when they travel through the warp. And the crew that man that thing become become these monsters that then invade and corrupt the ship. And so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what you've...
I am doing Gellerpox infected. Yes. That is my
Stamped.
team choice. Stamped.
Signed,
Here they are.
notarized.
They're ready to go.
Okay.
They're
Who are the
placed.
guys on the right?
Well,
Is that part of them?
no, those are my Wormblade.
Okay, so only the green guys that we
Only
saw
the green
there.
guys.
Oh, those are your Gellerpot. Okay. They're big.
Yeah.
That last group, those are some chunky boys.
These are Gellerpox Hulks.
I don't
And
want that.
Let me pull
I don't
one
want...
out.
No.
So this is their leader. He's got 3 heads. He's thrice cursed. And then his stomach is a boiler plate that has flames coming out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's got a drill for an
What a
arm.
great sculpt.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's really, he's got that robot arm there. You can
Let's
see.
see the backside. Let's see that. Let's see that dump truck. Look at that. Boots and pants, boots and pants, boots and pants. Very cool.
So they're
Okay.
really neat, and I've got a really nice recipe for Nurgle stuff to make it pretty quick. Because my Nurgle stuff is so quick, I've actually been trying to get through my pile of shame. Piles of shame for me are tough because I'm not the fastest painter in the world. I'm getting faster as I get back into a habit and things go. So I'm never sure what to do next. So I decided in between our seasons here that I was just going to pick, I was going to open up my carriers, and anything that was primed and built in like a foam tray that needed to be done,
Okay.
that was going to get done. So, so I've got my Colonel Schaefer's Last Chancers that are getting done, and like some spare Enforcer models that are actually to be used with my Imperial Guard army as we're getting closer and closer to the release of the Imperial Guard Codex for 9th edition.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's coming up.
Oh, 9th edition. Is that out? Or is that
Yeah,
coming
we've
out?
been in 9th edition for the last 3 years.
3 years? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually getting real close to what is likely to be the release of 10th edition, but, you know.
Wow.
But I like to focus on Kill Team. Kill Team is, in my opinion, a lot more fun. And
Okay.
yeah, I like
Cool.
Kill Team a lot. Could I pitch something to you real quick?
Sure.
Because I know we're getting into what you're thinking about doing. And I meant to send this to you in like bullet points before we got together, but I actually kind of like the idea that this is all spontaneous and we're just having a conversation. So
Okay.
I had the idea that instead of just like playing a game, what if we did like a mini campaign? A mini narrative campaign.
Because you like to play for.
I do like to play the narrative.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay.
And we could build a story for these guys as we go.
Okay.
Now we don't have to do Into the Dark only.
Mm-hmm.
It could be like, find the signal thing on the planet, get to the spaceport, seal the spaceport. We got stuff for all of that through the different books.
Yeah.
And then get onto the Space Hulk or ship. It doesn't even have to be a Space Hulk because this stuff all works as ship stuff. Okay. And do a thing.
We could make a Dawn of War 2 campaign out of it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be long. Like 3 games now that we've actually played and gotten a little bit of stuff.
It's cute that you think we're gonna get 3 games in.
Over the course of whenever I'm there, maybe it's not a single session.
Yeah, you just
I don't
have
know.
to stay up in burps. Just stay with Nate, and then we're real close. I can like walk to you from there. That's how close we are. Okay.
If things go the way we're all hoping they go, then that might be a reality. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
Okay. So what's the rest of your pitch, or was that?
That is my pitch. Is whatever you decide to make, this would be a team that you'd be able to grow a story with. Like
Gotcha.
you've got orcs, and you've had orcs for so long. We know who your orcs are. You know what I mean? But like the Tau, the Kroot,
Yeah.
that box from 2001 that's been sitting for
untouched.
21 years.
Untouched, mint condition.
Yes.
Mint.
They literally don't make injection mold plastics like that anymore. They just don't. Like, you have unique, like...
Unsullied.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I know at the beginning of Season 1, I had said, I'm going to do Tau Pathfinders. And then you said, where have you seen the Commandos? And those just, I was like, I got to get those. So that's what I did. So then at the end of Season 1, I thought, maybe it's time to go to get those Tau done. And then you told me about this Into the Dark, and you said, and Kroot are a part of it. I thought, well, shoot, now there's Kroot in the box. The Tau came with a squad of Kroot. That was part of their thing. I received a birthday gift recently, though, from my friend John, who I've been friends with since college. So just a couple years shy of my length with friendship with you. So very long-term friend. He knows me very well. Also, I received, I think in relation to the No Games for Old Men. Hi, you're on this channel. Go check out the Chaos Gate Demon Hunters playthrough that I just finished. By the time you see this, I think probably 4 days ago, the finale, the grand finale, probably aired on our channel. Oh, I can't wait for you specifically to see it. Anyhow, you sent me these for my birthday. Books 1 and 2 of Ben Counter. Are these on screen? Ben Counter's series. And then I found the 3rd book in the trilogy on, I think it was Amazon Marketplace. Somebody had this. They were selling this for like $3 or $4. So I have the whole Grey Knights omnibus in its original paperback trilogy format. All of this to say that the gift that John gave me is that.
Okay. Okay.
And I really enjoyed Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. It is a super fun, if you somehow have never heard of it and you somehow landed on this video without knowing me or Curtis or previous No Games for Old Men, but it's like, it's a tacticals turn-based strategy game like XCOM. It's XCOM, but Warhammer 40,000, and the Grey Knights are your heroes. Now, because you said you were going to do Death Guard / Gellerpox, that's what these guys are made to defeat. This is what their job is.
Nice.
This is what they do. Demon Hunters. And because you just said, I think we should play for a narrative, I think that would work.
Nice.
So, my brother in the Emperor's Love, Iolanthus, I'm going to paint that mofo up, and some of his brothers, I got to get Storm in there.
Okay.
Zabus, we got to get Rugen in there. Thule. There's options. There's so many options, you guys.
It's actually pretty neat.
There are 10 minis in here. A Grey Knight's kill team is only 5 miniatures.
It's 6. That's in the balanced data slate.
Oh,
the balanced data slate
now.
You get 6.
Is that in the annual?
No, it's just the balanced data slate.
Okay, so or at least
you just get one
in
more.
the compendium. Yeah. It's 1 Justicar and 4 Brother Knights.
5.
So now it's 5 Brother Knights.
Yeah.
So okay, well, a little more flexibility. So it means I've got to paint one more extra figure than I expected, but that just means I can make another one of my dudes.
I mean, I'd make all 10
from the Vidya game. Oh yeah. Oh yes, I will paint all 10.
Because they could get injured in battle is what I'm saying.
Iolanthus needs to be job
Drill.
1.
Drill. Yes.
Job 1.
Yes, we need an actual Iolanthus.
Iolanthus.
Honestly, if you haven't seen the Chaos Gate playthrough, it is amazing how some of these characters have developed over the course of the play.
Dude, that game came out in May. I just finished it. It took me 4 months.
You know what that is? That's good value for money, is what that is. That's good value for money.
See, if you press the thumbs up on the videos and you subscribed and you hit the bell to receive notifications of each one of those videos, that's 4 months worth of free content that you just got. You're welcome. You are welcome. So what do you think? Grey Knights?
Oh, I think absolutely.
Okay.
I think absolutely. Yeah. They've already been marked with Nurgle's Kiss, so it's just a matter of taking them down.
I have kept this box in its plastic wrap because I didn't know if I should do an unboxing video of it, or do I just rip this puppy open right now and look at it.
Oh man, that is a good choice. You know what would be really cool, in my personal opinion, and bear in mind I've made my living professionally in entertainment for over 35 years. If you were to do an unboxing, but also show all the parts of like who's going to get what. You know what I mean?
And building then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe it doesn't need to be an unboxing actually. Maybe it is just a building. Like that could even be a multi-part like
okay.
Where each video is
episode 2.
Today we're putting
Iolanthus.
Together Iolanthus. Yeah.
Episode 3, Building Voldred Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because mine are dedicated. They only have one way they can be built. There's just one set. Like, it exists as it exists. Anybody's going to have the same Gellerpox infected as I am. I'll give them new names just so they stand out a little bit more, but that is that. Your actual customization for the different characters you're going to have, that's going to be cool. Because they're all going to have so much different stuff. Like, Atlantis gets to have that demon hammer. There's the silencer. It's going to be wild.
I'm looking at the box, the art. Well, it's a photograph of how they painted and presented these. All of them have a helmet. Now, in the video game, Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, you can customize the look of your knights, and helmet or no. Also, one of the advisors on the ship is a brother purifier named Ektar. He's he's your base commander advisor guy, and he's along in years. He's got his gray beard. I would like, and I don't know if there are unhelmeted figures or heads in the box.
I'm actually looking that up right now. Is it the Strike Squad?
But if not, yes, Grey Knights Strike Squad.
Just a moment. Yeah, so you get all the cool stuff in here.
And so I'm hoping that there's a unhelmeted.
There are.
With a beard?
Unhelmeted heads.
Any beards?
Just a second.
I might have to either do a swap, do a little bit kit bashing, or maybe use some green stuff to mold a beard. That would be a challenge for me. I'm not a green stuff.
A modeler. A man who models.
Professional. Right. So, anyway, I would think that if I create a purifier, it's got to be Ektar.
Yeah.
I've got to give I got to put that dude on the field. I know that he's doing his penance, but I think after the events of Chaos Gate Demon Hunters and their return to Titan.
You know what? Open up the box, because it doesn't look like there are too many heads. Yeah.
I don't have a thing. I don't have a camera pointed at this. All right, we are busting open.
I like how you're like, are you sure? Snap,
Rip.
grab, rip. Put up a real fight there, Dan.
Well, I've been really wanting. So I knew I just wanted to do this on camera in some fashion. This seems to be as good a time as any. I'm not even.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
So there are.
How many sprues in there?
4, at least 4, unless they're all like half sprues, and there's 2 in each side.
There was the instructions for it, or at least the display only had 2 displayed.
There is the little.
Oh yeah, look at that!
Little manual here. Where
look at that inside. What is it showing for that?
Yeah, is that focused?
Yeah. I mean, I can't read it because it's still too small for me, but
it's multi-page.
Oh yeah,
little booklet of construction options.
They truly don't make Space Marines like that anymore.
How to put these dudes together, and then there's something else in here. What is that? Oh, okay,
bases.
The bases. You heard that. Get down there. Okay. And now let's pop these sprues out. So this is pauldrons, body. Oh, this is all kinds of stuff. So weapons. Wow. Okay. Is that focused?
Yeah.
Look at all that stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot of legs and chests.
There's backpacks. There's all kinds of Nemesis Force weapons on here.
Good grief.
Legs, pauldrons. There's a few helmets. Purity seals. I see some purity seals up here. Okay.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to put some cool stuff together.
That's one. And this appears to be very similar to the first one.
Looks like the same sprue.
I also see... Oh, it is. Okay. The other one I had in a different orientation, so I didn't see the warding staff here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that might be the same sprue.
Looks like you might have gotten 2. It comes with 2 of each sprue. Is that?
And this is definitely a different sprue. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Here, but it's more legs and backpacks and things. What I'm not seeing are, and maybe it's something that maybe it's an addition. Is it a bit that you add to? I'm looking for the like the spikes that stick out the back of the interceptor.
Oh,
Backpack.
you know
They're not
what?
spikes, but they're like aerials or something. I don't know. Ooh, there's a force halberd. Great.
Yeah, that's
right
good.
there. That's cool. And then the fourth sprue in the box is it's the same as the
Okay.
third. So we've got 2 of each.
So the
So
strike
lots
squad.
of opportunities here. Lots of modding, different variations. So really looking forward to putting these guys together.
The interceptor squad is the one that has the jump pack
Right.
antennas.
Yeah. Oh, of course. That has to be
It's
the
a different-
teleport. That has
Yeah.
to be like the localized teleportation
And
device.
it's a different squad box.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because when you make a kill team for Grey Knights, you've got the Justicar, and everybody else is a Gunner Knight or a Warrior Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have Interceptors, Purgators, Purifiers. You don't have those other classes that you have. Probably if you're fielding a Warhammer 40,000 main
Right. Exactly.
game army.
Yeah.
But still, I think modeling-wise,
You can figure that
it
out.
would be kind of cool.
You can figure that out.
to have to grab one of those interceptor models and stick him in this squad, even if he doesn't have the teleportation capabilities that interceptor does. Just to have it in there, just for like if you're playing for a narrative.
And we're playing for the narrative. And it's not like you. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like their armor is actually able to. I don't think you can teleport in the game. I don't remember.
I don't believe you can.
Yeah. A Grey Knight kill team includes 1 Grey Knight Justicar, equipped with a Storm Bolter and one of the following: Nemesis Demon Hammer, Nemesis Falchions, Nemesis Force Weapon, or Nemesis Warding Stave. It also includes 5 Grey Knight operatives selected from the following list.
Yeah.
Grey Knight Warrior, equipped with a Storm Bolter and one of the following: Nemesis Demon Hammer, Nemesis Falchions, Nemesis Force Weapon, or Nemesis Warding. It's the same. They have all the options. And then a Grey Knight Gunner has fists and one of the options: an Incinerator, Silencer, or Psy-Cannon. You can only include 1 Grey Knight Gunner operative in your kill team. And then you've got
So the
3
Grey
different
Knights
psychic
are
powers.
Really, they're really focused on melee combat.
They are. It's Hammer Hand, Astral Aim, and Armored Resilience. So your Astral Aim, until the end of the turning point, this operative's ranged weapon gains the No Cover special ability. So that gives you the same power as my little dude.
Finally, they
sniper.
fixed it. They fixed it. Unbelievable. It took them this long. So I'm really looking forward to getting started on this. My plan is to base them in either white or gray because I want their armor to be a brighter color.
Oh, okay.
I based my orcs in black because I wanted their skin tones to be darker when I put the green over them.
Are you
But
going to do them
I found
in
that it
actual
also-
metal?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you do decide to do them in metal, just a moment.
Yeah.
Army Painter makes a gunmetal primer that you can put over everything, and it is less expensive than other Games Workshop primers. Not quite as cheap as hobbies or like a hardware store primer,
spray paint. Yeah.
but it would take care of your base coat right away, for what it's worth.
That does sound worthwhile.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you've got a good coat, so there's not a lot of...
Yeah, I have used it on multiple things. I use it a lot on scenery. I also use it for Necrons.
How dark is it?
It's gunmetal. It's a
gunmetal
good. It's a really good base start, and it lets you highlight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you were to use
I
something
just
like
want-
Mill and Oil to shade down, like at the beginning, like if you wanted to do that, and then an all over of Mill and Oil, and then
I don't have null and
paint
oil. I've
back
got a
up.
bunch. All of my paints are Army Painter. So
Army Painter's
but whatever
black-
the
black
Army
shade,
Painter,
yeah.
whatever the Army Painter equivalent is, like the dark tone.
strong tone would probably match that best, actually.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But anyway,
So-
I
so,
apologize.
yeah.
I
I know that
interrupted.
the Grey Knights they've got some red highlights, like on their pauldrons or wherever the gold text is, where they've got the like the runes and such. Well, not runes; they're actual words. Like
Yeah.
it's like demon across it, and that kind of stuff. I really want that stuff to pop, because that's what the Grey Knights are about. They've got this essentially like dull armor. It's just gray.
Yeah.
And so they've got the gold and the red to pop. That's what I really want. So that's why when you said, are you actually going to do metal armor? I thought, well, maybe not. I would just be there. I would do gray, and then that would really, I think, make the gold and the red prominent. I think.
I mean, totally good. Yeah. I don't see that being wrong.
I don't know if I want them to be shiny. I mean, these guys are definitely shiny. They've got whoever painted the box image here, talented, very talented. They've got there's really good highlights here. I mean, these look like they're made of metal, and I don't know if they used metal paint or if they did non-metal metallic highlights, things like that.
They use metallics. They use metallics on Games Workshop box art because they want you to be able to aspire to actually paint that using their paints.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the screen over here to a bigger picture from the Games Workshop store, and yeah, they definitely use lead belcher as like their base, and then lots of white, lots of red, just really highlighting the different pieces.
Yeah. So anyway, that's why I wanted a lighter base coat, so that those other elements would really be visible. There's also white loincloths that some of them have, and those, whether they're white or cream colored or whatever, with their little red borders and whatnot. I want those to all really. I just want them to stand out. And anyway,
Just a pop.
that's all.
I would like them to stand out too, especially on the board, so that it's
Easier to
very
see.
clear what I'm
Yeah.
shooting at.
Yeah.
So yeah. Although I won't be shooting a whole lot of things. Lots of drill arm. Drill.
That's fine. Well, I've got a whole bunch of Nemesis Force weapons that'll counter those.
See? It's already starting. It's already starting. I'm gonna break out my battle journal and just start preemptively
Yep.
putting some material in there. Yeah.
Well, I've got 52 episodes of Chaos Gate Demon Hunters under my belt, so I feel like I've got a pretty good idea of how to play these guys.
But we'll see. We'll see if that's a benefit or a hindrance there, sir.
Yeah.
We will see.
We will
see.
All right. Well, that I think wraps up this episode.
We have wrapped this episode. We have work to do.
Yep.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell.
Yeah,
when we
subscribe
hit
to
1,000 subscribers,
Approval of the Emperor. And hit the thumbs
When we
up.
hit-
the thumbs
Jeez.
up for maximum success in your own kill team games. Yes. That's how you do that, Curtis.
absolutely, absolutely. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will open up the Patreon. What will be offered on the Patreon?
Huh?
Get us to 1,000 subscribers, and you'll find out. You heard me.
What?
You heard me.
I bet.
You heard me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gauntlet
Yep.
has been
Gauntlet
thrown down.
has been thrown.
It's down. There it is.
Yep. 1,000 subscribers, new Patreon. What's in that Patreon? You don't know. Do we know? No. But we will by the time we hit 1,000 subscribers.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye!
No games.